Welcome to the REKAP Lunch Hour with Guff. It's Tuesday, Super Bowl week here in the REKAP studios. Ryan McGuffey with you on the Lunch Hour. We do it every day, Monday through Friday at 12:30. What's going on, everybody? It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you, order.hooters.com. And I'm telling you, that site will be a pumping come Super Bowl week. It's Super Bowl weekend, I should say, on Sunday. When you're trying to get your orders in or you want to be somebody cool walking into a party, you walk in with Hooters, proud sponsor, partner of the REKAP and the REKAP Lunch Hour. Speaking of the Super Bowl, I was thinking about this earlier, and I was having a conversation with a friend. Seahawks, Patriots, we know. Is it feeling not so super? Is it feeling just kind of like, it's not the sexiest matchup if you don't live in New England or Seattle. And if it's the Bears playing the Patriots, no one really cares because we even have the Bears. But, it just doesn't feel all that sexy. Now, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But something I'm just not concerned about, something I want to ask you and get your take on. But I want to start the show with a new member. And we got Justin, my guy, big Sox guy. He was at Sox Fest over the weekend. Justin is a new member of the program. He's going to get a chance to be part of a Q&A, a members-only Q&A with Katie and I. It'll be Katie. Everything you want to know. Guff and Katie tomorrow afternoon. Time, we'll get you that time. It'll be tomorrow afternoon. Members-only Q&A. Justin, welcome to the show, buddy. And this is what's happened. When you hop on board, you start getting all of these people say, hey, let's go. Welcome aboard. Justin. Love it. We have a boatload of comments in here, by the way. I'm just getting to it. Matt Nagy, former Bears coach, is now the OC in New York. And a lot of people are laughing at this. You got John Harbaugh as your head coach. I don't hate this move for the Giants. I understand why everybody in Chicago is oh, good luck. Right there with you. You can stop the rage bait. Giants fans are really going to love Matt Nagy week one. It's possible that they may just love him. We'll see. Matt Nagy's a good dude. I'm happy he got a gig. I am. White Sox installing a bidet in the clubhouse is at Murakami's request. Who needs a bidet when you have the 3 seashells from Demolition Man? By the way, count me in for a bidet. Underrated. Please tell me, for those who have experienced bidets, you wouldn't. I know a buddy who put one in his house, and I'm like, if there's ever an opportunity to use a buddies, that's the time to do it. Fired up, ready to Google something, Phil. Where are you? Family Matters is a staple for me. 90s TV show, one of the best. I'm guessing we got starred comments. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, we got the new member. I'm just trying to catch up. Was there a poll? Sox Fest was awesome, says Justin. I was there for a little bit. Phil, as for the NBA, until the moves actually happen, it's all talk. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. 100%. Justin's ready for White Sox to report to camp. Phil says this will be a good Super Bowl for people who have a problem with it, who's playing either get over it or go watch something else. Simple as that. Everyone's going to watch. I'm just saying it's just kind of No, there's no real Jackson Smith and Jigba. No real stars. Final episodes of Rise of the Niners was last night, and yes, they showed the beatdown of the 88 championship game, 28-3. I got your bear weather. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. 38 years ago. That's cool. I actually did see that last night, and I was trying to go back and watch episode 1. So I'll get there. I'll get to it. In the words of Keena Turner, on the coldest day of the year, the finesse-ass 49ers come into Chicago and kick ass. Google that. You couldn't Google that in 1988. Rick, my main question is, does Phil Simms have a life? He has unbridled hatred and lack of respect for Chicago and all of her fans, including us. I just read the comments. Guff, let me know when your boy will be considered one of the greatest of all time, like Joe Montana. Have the greatest receiver of all time, Jerry Rice, and top 3 coach, Bill Walsh. I'll wait. Must be nice when you have a weapon like that and you have a coach like that. Product of the system. Joe Montana's pretty good. By the way, let me know when I get 40 years of runway to come back and prove a point here. What a joke. Sichuan. Hey, Phil, where are you getting takeout from for the Super Bowl? I'll reach out and be sure to let them know to give you some special TLC, the Yelper special. Wow. I'm not looking forward to the halftime show, says Rick. I will try to watch the Turning Point USA halftime show. Okay. I don't want to get political here. That's fine. You are entitled to watch whatever you'd like to watch at halftime. I'll be at a Super Bowl party of some sort. I'm sure I won't even be paying attention to the halftime show. I'll keep one eye on it. By the way, again, I'm not getting political here. I could care. Bad Bunny, U2, whoever it is, whatever. Puerto Rico is a United States property, if I'm not mistaken. Trust me, Hawaii, my life is real good. Just speaking facts. Tell me when your Bears were seen as a dynasty. They have won Super Bowl since 85. Many teams have won multiple Super Bowls. Again, we're talking about something 35 years ago. You only root for what you consider to be the best ever. You are the worst of the fair weather fans and show absolutely no respect for anyone else. Rick already getting out in front of correcting himself before Clyde does. By the way, Hawaii, teams like the Giants, Skins, 49ers, Cowboys, Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs, and Patriots, what do they have in common? No one-year wonder. Google that. I don't even know what you're doing now. You're naming the 8 teams of all time to have That is not the type of my life that I want to leave where I trash everybody to soothe my own inflated ego. Oh boy, I'm just the moderator here. Let's cut Phil some slack. He's been a lifelong 49ers, Yankees, Golden Knights, LAFC, Celtics fan. Tough to be him. That's actually hilarious. Definitely not a Celtics and LAFC. This is so fun. Hi, Kyle. To answer the question about the Bulls, they better be if the teams need a bridge to complete a trade, hopefully they do more moves before the deadline passes. I'm wondering how much Giannis and James Harden are going to hold up things. And then once those guys are dealt, will it feel like the Bulls become everybody's backup? What's my favorite 90s TV show? Well, Brett, I mean, I'm a Saved by the Bell culture guy. Like, you're talking about 90s specifically. That was a must see. You know, I was in my early 10, 11, and then into the mid 90s, 15 years old. Some really good stuff. 90210. That 70s show. I don't think that's a 90s show, is it? Wasn't that 2000s? Don't get me started on 90s TV, Family Matters, Ren and Stimpy, and of course, Not the Mama. Super Bowl does seem kind of mad, but still we'll tune in to see if Darnold is holding a trophy while Minnesota shakes their heads, wondering what might have been. Agreed. I'll be dialed into the game. Always dreamed of playing Double Dare Guts in the Hidden Temple. I definitely dreamed of playing Double Dare and Supermarket Sweep. I was definitely in for that. SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Fairy Odd Parents, Roly Poly Oly for cartoons. Okay. Look at you guys. This is I was post-cartoon. I was kind of in that teen phase at that point. Huge game for this PM. For Reservoir and the boys, let's get her done and head to another cup final. Pardon if I messed that up. 90s was the best era for TV. Don't forget about Rocco's Modern Life. Guff will possibly tune in to the Pro Bowl skills, but it's not something I'll watch all the way through. Me either. I'll be like this, one eye open. Big win for the Hawks against San Jose. It was 4-0 at one point in the second period. Let's see if they can get one more before the Olympic break against Columbus on Wednesday. Go Hawks, take that. Where do you see Illini? Right now, I think they're they're a 2 seed with a shot at getting a 1. I have a dentist appointment on Thursday, Becky. All right, get it in. Get the appointments in. Sichuan, let's hope the Blues can get it done and possibly add another trophy to their case in Stanford Bridge Gold Blues. I really like the recap interview of Hoyer by Cap and Gordon. Awesome. Appreciate that. My guy Lip, the Super Bowl will either be a blowout by the Hawks or an absolute stinker, boring-ass game. We do have an interview with the Fat Jack, kind of an everything you need to know about this Super Bowl, and I think he said favorites of 3 or more the last 13 Super Bowls are 2-11 against the number. I want to bet the latter on the Seahawks, but gosh, that'll be coming out later this week on the channel. February, better the day, off to a good start. Thanks, Guff. Absolutely. I told you there was money to be made on Stephen F. Austin as a home underdog on the money line. Done. Off and running. Kyle, Eric, this trend continues. I can see Illinois being no lower than a 2. Not sure they passed Michigan, but you never know. Yeah, here comes all the welcoming to you, Justin. Look at this. Need more Sox voices in here. Too many haters. Plus, that halftime show is going to be garbage, too. Okay. Corey says the Super Bowl feels ho-hum. Justin, look at all the love you're getting, dude. I love when we get a new member on the show, during the show. Look at that. That's worth the $2.99 right there. They have the crappiest halftime shows for the Super Bowl. Yeah, like what's the last 3 that you really loved? And keep in mind, like, the target audience is not always you. It's just a fact. I don't know, but I can never deny or decline pizza. Since going to the REKAP Hooters events, I now include Hooters wings in there also. Looking forward to the next live event. Become a member. That next live event will happen during March Madness. Guff, regarding the Bulls, I'm 50-50 for the Bulls to do anything at the deadline. I know, it sucks. Winston-Salem Dash is getting bidets too. Oh, Sox minor league team just posted they're installing them today. That's awesome. Becky says it's 50 in Tulsa. It's like 30 here, but it feels like 50. Shout out to Jackson Smith and Jigba for warning us about Shane Waldron. Lip Ripper, bidets are the most underrated house appliance in the world. If you have one in your house, it should increase your property value by a couple grand. So yet again, Lip Ripper and I find common ground. Bidet is fantastic. Bring back the old school funny commercials instead of cheesy drug company ads. It's just not your father's Super Bowl. Whoa, Phil. This is the end of year 2 for Caleb. Was Joe Montana considered an all-time great after the end of year 2? Highly doubt it. The answer is no. Over under on Bulls making a move. I can only state confidently fans are over the Bulls. So exhausting. I think we set the over-under here yesterday on the program at 2.5. That's a really good number. Not counting the move that was already made. 2.5 from now on. Jess says waiting till after the Olympics to start watching hockey on CHSN. Next week's going to be in the 30s. Get your Bears summer gear out. I know. Like for real. Lip, hot take. Caleb will have a better career than Montana. That's a hot take. Woo! Man, could you imagine? Phil, do not bring up the Steelers. We're a debacle right now. Let us sit in our own mess, please. Uh-oh, it looks like I think we have a new member. Nathan, listen, I didn't like the Vikings GM for making some pretty awful football decisions, but ashamed to see them drag him now that he's gone about being with his wife for the birth of his kid. I do think that that's a BS, that they're going to hammer him for taking paternity leave. Kyle says, thanks for the QA in advance. Looking forward to the members-only session with you and Katie. Come on, people. Let's get more members. If you want to become a member, there's the link right there. 2 of you have. I'm going to get to the newest member here after this. Or any one of our videos. Bam, you can become a member. Dwayne just became a member. 2 members on the program today. We got 2. Dwayne can be a part of the Q&A tomorrow. And you guys know I prioritize the members. I just do. I hold you guys in a different regard. Lip, we know you're NFL and baseball fandom. What's your hockey team? I'm going to guess Red Wings. Nathan, to hold a paternity leave over a now former GM head as being the reason he wasn't a good GM is crazy talk. And these dudes talking to the Atlantic saying that trash need to chill. Agreed. And it's always off, it's not anonymous. Put your name on it. Wait, tomorrow afternoon is a Q&A? Oh, I'm working. I will try to catch glances unless it's early in the afternoon. I'll get you guys a time. I got to work it out with Katie. 98. Technically, that 70 shows files in. Thomas is a Melrose Place guy. That's great. Love Melrose Place. Caleb needs to get better, but we see the greatness potential is there. Tough call for the Illini. The next week and a half, teams will start getting serious for playoffs. Good time to see where weaknesses will be for the brackets. If I had to guess, Illini will be 13. 13. Married with children, all-timer, 100%. What up, Supreme? No Boy Meets World Love. That's a classic. If you still want to do Double Dare to this day, we can be friends. I would love to do Double Dare. Ain't that a hoot, Raymond? Lip Ripper, it's the Edmonton Oilers. Mark Messier, my favorite. So Phil lives in the 80s. That's where he's going to just go with 80s dynasties for 1,000, Alex. You think Jets are going to be a 5? No shot. Not right now. Becky says, I remember when Paul McCartney did the halftime show. That's when they were super they went with a lot of old white guys and bands for a long time after the Nipplegate scenario with Timberlake and Janet Jackson. Guff, it's almost Chicago Fire season again. Starts on February 21st against Houston. Let's go Fire. Jess, sorry, Eric. I tend to be conservative on rank until we get to mid-February. Some teams try to conserve until conference playoffs. Kendrick Lamar says Roger last year was awesome. Some people would argue that. That's what I'm saying. Bidet supremacy is here. Eric says the Dr. Dre and Company 22 halftime show is one of the best of all time. I second that. Absolutely fantastic show. You got Eminem, you got Snoop came out there. Just so much going on that made that halftime show absolutely phenomenal. Speaking of phenomenal, you want phenomenal places to watch the Super Bowl, etc. You know where we should go is Hooters. Through Sunday, listen to this. Your football headquarters is Hooters. Any one of the 11 Chicagoland locations, order originalhooters.com, check them out. If you're ordering at home, you can go to order.hooters.com, pre-order. You can pre-order today your wings. If you pick them up before 3 o'clock on Super Bowl Sunday, you get a coupon for 20% off your next visit. Come on, people. You can be a hero by bringing Hooters wings, and then you get something in the back. 20% off your next visit. Every Tuesday in February, that would be today, your wing craving can make a difference. Hooters is donating a portion of chicken wing sales to Holy Family Schools, helping fund tuition books, classroom supplies, and more for kids in under-resourced communities. With the support of our Chicagoland Hooters family, $1 million has been raised since 1992. Hooters, proud partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Of course, Becky, I referenced that for sure. 2004, I believe. They dropped a Jurassic Park Super Bowl commercial early. Haven't seen that. Roger says so good. I bet if Fool's Gold Deadpans would have faced the Patriots, we've been facing a 6-3 snoozer, probably. Best halftime show, Michael Jackson or Prince? Prince is pretty good. Purple Rain, In the Rain, pretty good. Sichuan says, can't wait for Bull Durham remake where Crash gets traded for a bidet. People need to stop with politics. After they attacked Shaw, I think it's safe to bookmark politics on social. People are getting to the point where a lady tried pulling me out of my car on crutches. Jesus, Justin, I hope you're okay. Yeah, we don't talk politics on this show. For like 10 years after Janet, they got spooked if anything controversial had nothing but old rock. I mean, it was like Bruce, U2, McCartney, Prince was probably the most controversial. Welcome in. See, Dwayne, look at what happens, dude. Dwayne hops in and boom. Love the cheap version where it's built like into the seat. Still outstanding. Amazon has some good ones. We're talking about bidets. It's very clear that the bidet crowd is very much part of the lunch hour. The Bulls need to start training guys immediately before the deadline. Dwayne's getting a lot of love. Over a flag on my Sox hat, keep politics out of sports. Absolutely, Justin. Missed welcoming new members during lunch. Me too. We've had 2 today. Good, Becky. Hey, get it in every day. Try it. It's 50 degrees by you. Get the walk in. Here's what happens, guys. You become a member during the show. And boom. The Memphis Grizzlies just traded Jackson. Let's take a look. What's going on? I love the updates. Twitter's probably a better place to go right now than actual. Keeping the Twitter feed going. Breaking. Jaren Jackson. Wow, this is a big trade to Utah for Walter Clay. That's a huge trade. Wow. Saved by the Bell. So are you Malibu Springs or the college years? Malibu Springs. Utah. Thanks, Ellie. Nathan, not going to lie, I've still got a crush on Topanga. 13 in the AP poll. Oh, okay, gotcha. Do you remember the Muddy Ducks movie that was classic? Mighty Ducks, Brett? Landon. Kelly Kapowski, guys. Oh, Thomas. I had a Candace Cameron crush like you wouldn't believe. Candace Cameron was probably my first TV crush. Then I ended up marrying a Candace. How about that? Joe, I know you're not talking White Sox today, but I need to ask, is Chris Getz done with deals or do you expect anything this week? I mean, he made a deal on Sunday. That's already this week. The latest episode of the podcast is out and up. Got some really good stuff. You want to talk about how these guys feel about Murakami? Check out the podcast, Joe. Really good stuff. Just put another tease out on social right before the show. I can't say that he's done. I think that there's still, he made a couple moves over the weekend, Austin Hayes being another one. My guy, Sean, this guy's, you want to talk about the sweetest humans on the earth. This guy right here. Everybody loves Raymond. Dude, I get trapped into still like flipping through channels today and falling into it, and everybody's loves Raymond like multi-episodes, and I forget like 20 minutes in that I'm watching because it's so funny. I think it's funnier now than it was then. Me and Guff on Double Dare would break all-time records. We'd wear recap shirts and aviators. That's a lock. Justin says he's not done. Did I do that? Big game on Sunday. Going to be great, says Brett, 24-20. Brett's taking the underdog. Is that a start? Oh, start bench cut for like child. Oh, 2020 Super Bowl with Shakira and J-Lo. That was awesome. Need to call my landlord for a bidet now. You do. The Rolling Stones Super Bowl show was great. And The Who. See, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, tomato. Depends on what you like. My guy, Chef Paul, I'm looking forward. I think I'm going to get to see him this weekend. If I bet the Sox over and wins this year, do I have to wait until the end of season to get paid? If it hits before the end of season, you get paid then. But yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while. Got to get a breaking news lunch sound, Guff. We do. We need. I have a soundboard over there at the original set. I like the break, like something like that. The Mighty Ducks, one of the best 90s movies of all time. I don't. Topanga. Oh, yeah. Thank you. The Full House was a killer, 100%. Nathan, you married a Candace. You've got a Cameron in the chat. Have mercy. See how, dude, the world's this big. And I married a Candace that spells it the same. Does James Harden want to come to the Bulls for Nikola Vucevic or Kobe White? That would be a fat no, Brett. Why would the Clippers do that? Kurt's been asking about Zach Gallen for weeks, still not here. I know it's not 90s. Gilligan's Island, also one of my faves. I still watch CBS Sunday Morning. I love that show, one of the best storytelling shows of all time. They did a really good feature over the weekend about TV theme songs. Oh, so good. Jess, that Gilligan's Island was featured. Anytime I can save you cash, it's my pleasure. Then again, if you've been playing Bet of the Day, it's a drop in the bucket. Thanks, Guff. Feels like a lead. Criminal Minds, 2.5 Men for 2,000 sitcoms. Dwayne, thank you for the welcomes. Tom Petty, also a halftime show. My 90s crush was Phyllis Davis on Vegas. I love this 90s thing. Let's keep it going during the Q&A tomorrow. You see I got glasses in my hand. There were fans that freaked out when Getz was hired. I wasn't as high on him then, but I think he set a good tone so far. Looking forward to seeing how many more moves. Your podcast with him was great. Thank you. I agree with you. I wasn't the biggest fan, and I think he's doing it really well. I didn't know he'd be able to expand his staff the way he's expanded it. Thomas he was a Kimmy Gibbler guy. I don't blame you. I just was all over DJ. Bet of the day. Let's do it. You guys know Stephen F. Austin's been such a go-to, and so has Miami of Ohio, and they played tonight. Miami of Ohio, this is a rematch against Buffalo. This was a shootout a couple of weeks ago. They're laying 4.5 on the road to Buffalo. I'm staying away from that, but I'm going to go over the team total of 84.5. Miami of Ohio has gone over this number in 10 of their last 11 games. This team just is one after another in terms of putting up points. The last time these two teams played, the final score was 105-102. So I'm going 84.5 over the total, especially against a team that defensively struggles. Nathan says, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, Top Cuff. We are 14-6 since January 1st here, folks. I mean, Lip says, nice little parlay hit last night. Stephen F. Austin over in the Hawks game. Waste management this week, just saying best PGA event for live bets. Lip, I think I'm going to have to give you my number offline. I am. Like, we're gonna have to do that. I'm taking Miami of Ohio to win. They've been a fun team. There's the look, sunglasses, aviators. I'm always bringing them out. I need a sunglass partner. Anybody got some kind of sunglass shop, sunglass hut? You got a contact? It's not Katie running that show today. That's just, dude, I'm a one-man band. It's not like when Cap was here. 2.5 Men just snuck into the 90s better with Sheen and Kutcher, no doubt. Speaking of 90s crushes, Julianne Moore's role in The Fugitive was cut down because it didn't feel right for Richard Kimball to have a love interest while searching for his wife's killer. I didn't know that if that's true. Miami of Ohio might not win the national title, but they are lunch hour champs. Yeah, my final game would be Miami of Ohio, Stephen F. Austin, right? I'm going to play these trends until they're no longer playable. Do you watch the Fly on the Wall podcast with David Spade and Dana Carvey? I know Dana Carvey. Grown Ups and Adam Sandler's crew are my favorite acting groups. I do not. Godfather's out on the Super Bowl. Enough dancing during the season. We'll play all 39 episodes of The Honeymooners. Bang, zoom. You be you, dude. That's the beautiful thing. Loveland's Rookie of the Year. We'll see. The award shows are this week. Josh Giddey, this just came out. Josh Giddey out for Bulls-Bucks tonight. Zach Collins, Trey Jones out. Herter, Smith, and Phillips are all questionable. The Bucks are terrible. They're trying to tank too. This is crazy. The Bulls. He is a grandpa godfather. He is. Dog of the day in partnership with our friends at Pause for Patrick. Check out pauseforpatrick.org to learn more about their life-saving mission. You can have the dog of the day. Email me at recapoffice@gmail.com. They've helped over 30,000 adolescents facing mental health challenges since 2020. 30,000. Today's dog of the day, Piper, an Australian Labradoodle. Favorite treat, animal crackers and honeycomb cereal. This dog's a person. Are you kidding me? Has its own Instagram, Piper loves _laughs and loves extra loving, enjoy kissing my people and always need to be close to my family. All dogs are therapy dogs. Recapoffice@gmail.com to feature your dog. Piper's a beaut. She's a beaut. Folks, you've heard me say it. Mental health is a pandemic in this country, especially when you're talking about adolescents. These facilities are at capacity. They're overflowed. And what Pause for Patrick's trying to do is get therapy dogs into these facilities full time. And they need your help to do that. You could text REKAP 25 at 44321 and you could donate anything, $1, $2, $5. Put it in my name, the Recap's name, whatever. Anything you can do to help this life-changing mission is huge. Trust me, from the bottom of my heart, this really matters. The dog of the day, text REKAP 25 to 44321. Top Guff, let's freaking ride again. Let's go. Let's go, Piper. I love when everybody's like, gives a Piper love. I wonder how many barks. Ninja Turtle Arcade. Love that. TMT. Great movie. It was. Nice one in terms of 90s movie. Nothing for me beats the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So freaking good. How many people remember the original Fugitive? I do, and remember the fantastic final episode. Wow. She's a badass when she takes down the unsubs. Here we go. Why is the media so scared of Jerry Reinsdorf? They sign marginal players and everyone is praising Getz. Jerry and the organization gets zero heat coming off 3 100-plus seasons, but it's all good. Well, you need to know where they are. I don't think anyone's scared of Jerry Reinsdorf. He's not available to speak to, first of all. They don't make him available. He doesn't want to speak. No one's afraid. They've been pretty adamant that this is not the year that they were going to spend. We'll see what happens in the strike or the labor stoppage, and then we'll see. So I hear you. I think that they've made some astute signings this offseason. I do. Lip Ripper giving out his hockey plays. Lightning Sabres, Leafs, Oilers. Seeing you wear those immediately makes me think of it's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half pack of cigarettes. It's dark and wear sunglasses. I didn't even have to read the rest of it. I knew that quote. 3 barks for Piper. Lucy loved the picture today. I will keep them coming. Please email your dog. I would love to have your dog be featured. Jess, we've been asking Jerry to come on Lunch Hour for over a year. Sandwich included. Invitations still open. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. The weather slowly but surely. Cap and I just did a couple of hits today he's from the pool. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I'm over here. My back's hurting from carrying this place. Come on. Katie and I will have a Q&A tomorrow. Of course, I'll be here at 12:30 to do the show. Katie and I will do a Q&A for members only tomorrow. Members only tomorrow afternoon. So make your plans to be with Katie and I. You can ask us anything. Whatever you'd like, make sure you join us for that. Look out for each other. Take care of yourself, man. Go for a walk today. Get outside, touch some grass. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. 6 more weeks of winter, but it would have been that way regardless. It's all brought to you by Hooters, the Super Bowl headquarters. Hooters, Hooters, Hooters. Pre-order your wings today. Pick them up before 3 o'clock on game day. You get a 20% coupon for your next visit. OriginalHooters.com. Order.Hooters.com if you'd like to place a to-go order or slide by and pick it up. We'll see you tomorrow here on the Recap Lunch Hour. Rush hour later. Bulls recap tonight. Take